you don't take it to the court, you don't care enough. That's how I feel about that. Okay, next. If you are a good father, because this brings me to this raggedy ass headline right here. And what the fuck I said. If you are a good father, you may not be a good partner, but if you are a good father, then why in the hell should you subject yourself to 6 hours a week supervised visits with your fucking creation? Make it make sense. You do understand that we have this illusion of freedom of choice, right? We can do what the fuck we want to do, right? But I guess that nigga's supposed to just lay down and take anything. A nigga's supposed to be grateful. You got women in the comment section sitting up here talking about, I would keep on fighting. Well, good for you. But I would not. And that would not mean I don't love my child. If a court gonna sit up and sign off on me only being able to see my child 6 times a week with a bitch watching after me, like I'm some type of pervert or some shit, like I'm some fucking weirdo or some violent criminal, y'all can have that. You not finna create that for me and my child. No. And I don't think if you're a good father, keywords, good father, that you should go for that shit either. You tell her she can have that shit. That's what I think you should do. Do you know who the fuck you are? Then walk in your purpose and hold your head up. On what planet do you deserve that shit? What planet? And you ain't did nothing to harm your child. And these people gonna tell you, you can sit up here with a bitch watching you and you gotta sit, you get 6 hours a week. And how you think that child gonna sit up and view you? How you think they gonna come to terms with the way y'all gotta interact with each other and the settings that y'all gotta be in and the way y'all gotta be monitored and shit? And then, all right, buddy, I gotta go. You can't even really just spend real quality time with your child. So it ain't never about fuck the kids. It's about fuck the system that y'all done allowed to sit up here and strip men of their fucking rights. When it turns into that tit for tat shit, that's not right. Do I know that DDG's a good father? Bitch, I know what Hallie said. When everybody was smiling, he was a good father and she was a good mother. So all I know is that they both supposed to be good parents. The same way I feel like if Hallie going through some shit, I hope she get help for it, but I don't hope nobody take her child away from her. So why the fuck would I want them to take the baby from him? Being a bad boyfriend or a bad girlfriend, like, child, that ain't got nothing to do necessarily with being a bad parent. Them not one and the same. So I just feel like if you gonna run some shit, run it right. Don't make it look like, oh, fuck Hallie or fuck bitches fighting for themselves. Because when I had to report on Hallie and when I read line for line her damn lawsuit, not lawsuit, the fucking claim, I said, God bless her. And I said, I think that, they both done did some shit, but I think she done been through some things. God bless her. And nobody wants to, feel like they in danger. You understand the way that a woman loves her child. All of that. But I also don't agree with, now getting away from them, children being weaponized. And anything that's too much like saying, hold up, black woman, take a little bit of accountability. It turns into a fucking circus. So people gonna take what they want to take from it. But, bitch, if you ask me, that's what I got to say about it. I would not subject myself to feeling like I'm doing prison visits with my child. I would personally rather fucking wait. I would personally want to wait until I can have the freedom to be comfortable with the child that I helped to create and not be fucking monitored. And you got that choice, right? Like, come on now with this shit. So that shit annoyed me because I feel like I see the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is supposed to be, look at her attacking this black woman on behalf of this nigga. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Because you ain't met a bitch more principle. And when it comes to the children, like, don't do that. Don't do that. Now, y'all know I really love the kids. Don't do that. So you trying to cut me deep with that shit, bitch. don't post nothing that's supposed to look like, oh, fuck the kids. Like I got up anywhere and was like, fuck the kids. And that, no. No, 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 no. Hell no, 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 no. This juice is nasty. So, it is what it is. And now I'm going to only go live on my Finsta. And I'm going to come up here and do press conferences on this Instagram. Since y'all the ops now. And I never thought that we would get there. Like, I just never thought that y'all would be the ops sitting up here. Child, clip forming. And trying to, like, purposefully misconstrue what the fuck I said. Especially on some shooting the shits type shit, like sitting up here. No, that's dry as fuck. Because there's an actual segment. So if we kicking shit and you gonna take a piece of the kicking shit, now you gotta add color to that. You can't just take a piece of some shit and isolate it and, oh, look, that was messy as fuck. That was messy. Point blank period. That's messy. You gotta go back and go listen and see, bro, what she said. Fucking keywords. If a good father is being told that this is what the order is, and the order was 6 hours a week supervised, then hell no. I tell him you can keep it. I'll sign my rights over. And that don't mean it wouldn't hurt you. But I'm telling you the truth, bitch. That's what you listen to me for. I don't give a fuck how I sound. If you don't like that I say I ain't finna I wouldn't put up with all that shit off a bitch, then don't listen to shit I gotta say, because that's how I feel. I know how bitches are. I have been a bitch upset at a nigga. So you know what? Bitch, I done did that shit. I know what bitches do. And if you don't go heal yourself, you'll find yourself weaponizing your child to try to control a nigga. I do not agree with that. No. So, bitch, if me saying, hell no, I wouldn't subject myself to that shit because I know I don't deserve it. If that make you feel like you can't listen to me, bitch, then get the fuck off my live. I don't give a fuck. And you don't need to listen to a bitch like me. Because now we not the same. You go let them bitches play with you. That's why the world built like it is right now. Y'all gonna keep on getting pity fucked. You know how many niggas don't want to deal with y'all? That do for the sake of? With y'all tolerated asses. What the real fucking problem is. And if more people actually stood on how they actually felt, bitch, y'all would see a reflection of that. And you'll stop doing all that shit. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all know what y'all be doing. What the fuck you got a sad face for? You heard something you don't like? Let me know so I can see what I can do with you. Exactly. And don't nobody say a motherfucking thing when a woman got a child and feel like a nigga ain't worth it. So she feel like I'm about to go and take her baby and start a new life. Don't nobody be giving a fuck about what that nigga be doing. Everybody can pack up their shit and make a decision but a nigga. Not in my world. Motherfuckers say I'm male identified because I feel like a nigga got a right to have a fucking opinion and a voice. Bitch, I don't like pussy. So I guess I was always gonna be male identified then. The fuck? I love men. Hell yeah. Why the fuck wouldn't I want to identify with my fucking counterpart in my community? The fuck are you talking about? Black man, black woman, black child. Holy Trinity. Praise God. Hallelujah. Dry shit. But you go ahead, and if the court tell you that you can only have 20 minutes with your child and your mama got to sit there while you do it, and that's something that you're going to get dressed up for and go do, God bless you. Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. I'll just move on. I'll get a job. I'll let love find me. And if the bitch get pregnant, oh well. And if I had another baby and moved on, oh well. What the hell? Oh well. That's what I'm saying. And it's a whole bunch of people that don't know what the fuck it's like to be in an environment like that be running their mouth. That fucks with a child. I know what it's like to be in a facility going to see a fucking parent. I know what it's like to go into a fucking jail and see a parent. I know what it's like to go into a prison and see a fucking parent. That shit fucks with kids. And you feeling like, well, at least they get to... You don't understand what it's like and unless you've been through it, or unless you've dealt with a child that's been through that. You don't understand what it's like when you put children in those unnatural situations with the person that they have the most natural fucking connection with. That's not necessarily a good thing. Then you got somebody sitting up just watching, taking notes and shit. And that shit is not... That's not natural. And that's not necessarily for the best all the time. So if a father hasn't done anything and he hasn't harmed the child, then maybe y'all should just break up and get a custody agreement that works for both of y'all, that's balanced and that's fair. Somebody said held accountable for bad behavior. You don't know any of those things to be true. And that's y'all motherfucking problem. Y'all always running with what somebody said. But you show how hypocritical and contradictory your ass is every motherfucking time. Because if you really listen to people who claim that they were victims of something, then you would have some fucking empathy for DDG. Because DDG filed paperwork and he made all kind of claims. So how do you accept those as a fact? So you sitting up here talking about being punished for bad behavior. That's you accepting that the shit is true and you do not know that. Which is why they have to go to court, right? So you sitting up here, you speaking out of turn. All you have are accusations. Because he claimed a whole bunch of shit too. So the real thing is, it's a damn shame that the shit even made it to the public like this. Because this shit is a mess. And who the fuck gonna suffer if Halle don't get casted in no more Disney movies because this shit is too messy? Who the fuck gonna suffer if DDG lose all his shit? Or if they parents start getting caught up in all of this and their mental health being affected and shit? Who? Which is something else that we discuss. Oh, but of course they ain't gonna clip that shit. Child. Y'all answering like y'all in class. Something about Halo. So the whole situation is really unfortunate. And I had even brought up Halle and them when I was talking about Cody and Offset. Because their situation is unfortunate. And that shit really be a damn shame because the children... I feel like the kids are the ones that suffer the most. When you going through a divorce and shit like that, or when your household is changing in a major way, some people have described that feeling like a death. And you go before God and you make these promises and the shit doesn't work out and it's falling apart and it's all these accusations going both ways. That shit is really heavy. And I think it's fucked up when it happens at all, let alone in front of everybody. And it's affecting your work. Now you don't even get to just in the background have your little group chat and vent. Now you got all these unsolicited ass opinions and now your work might be affected and all that shit. That's fucked up to me. Right. Because one day that baby will be able to go back and look. And both of their parents have made accusations that, it's been violence both ways. Those text messages are a fucking mess. Like, everything that they submitted is a mess. But I think that's all I wanted to say. I think that our community has a problem with accountability, and I've never been like that. I think that people have taken the black women are the most disrespected, and I think people have taken that a little too far. Do I agree with that sentiment? I love what that meant to people. And I think it speaks volumes, yes. But I don't hold women and the struggles of black women above the struggles of black men or the struggles of our black children. Because I think we all suffer, and it's not the trauma Olympics. So I don't necessarily have an issue with the saying itself. I have an issue with the way it's been weaponized. To cause division. The way that it's incorporated now, I feel like it's very divisive. And that doesn't help our community. So that's my stance kind of on that. And then my thought will come back to me on high. But what was the fuck I was saying? Bitch, I don't know. All I know is all of us go through things. I think it's important for us to be present for each other. And our community has a hard time. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Our community, I feel like, has taken that saying too far. And I think that women have used that saying as like this blanket. And anytime shit start feeling like, oh, I got to be accountable, they go take that blanket and they wrap themselves up in it. I don't have to be accountable because black women are the most whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And I think that it's been a detriment to so many women in our community. And it's created this environment where a black woman feels empowered to tell a black man how he can dress, how he can walk, how he can talk, how he can sit, who he can hang with. She can emasculate a nigga all day. You ain't shit. If she can apply gender roles to him and tell him if he doesn't have a job, he's worthless and do all kind of shit. But let a nigga say, I think you wrong. How dare you? Black women so this and so that. I don't agree with that shit. And I don't like it. Hell no. Go try to tell a black woman what the fuck they need to wear. But go listen to the way that black women tell men about themselves based on what they wear or what they do. So you can sit up and tell a nigga how he ain't shit. You can sit up and tell a nigga he less of a man, he a bad father, but let a nigga say that a woman's a bad mother. How could you? That's low. Why it ain't low to emasculate these niggas? Why it ain't low to emotionally, abuse these niggas and talk crazy to these niggas? And I feel like women, and this is something else I feel like is really important that I always talk about. Women got to be careful using their emotions as a crutch. Because the world ain't changed too much. And if you go back and look over history, women have been placed where? Bitch, in the psych ward. Women were called hysterical, emotional, throw their ass up, give them a pill, all kind of shit they doing to women. And I feel like men and women today still sit up and lean on their emotions. Well, I acted like this because of this and da-da-da-da. You gonna land your ass up in a fucking facility you keep on. No, I am not out of control of my emotions. I'm a human who is allowed to express myself because that's my God-given right. But nah, hell no. I'm not unhinged. I'm not hysterical. I'm not none of that shit. But the very moment that someone says, well, I think there may be something going on with your mental health because of all these things that you've presented, y'all want to try to diminish and then trivialize all that behavior. Well, I was just, and it was just, and then you the only one that's allowed to respond in that way. So you can get upset for whatever reason and go slap a nigga upside his head and everybody's supposed to understand because you're an emotional woman. But if a nigga get up and get upset and knock the dog shit out of you, How could he? He's hyper masculine. Why would he do that? You gonna sit up and tell a nigga all day when he expressing himself that he acting like a bitch, but when a nigga give you hyper aggression, you act like you don't understand where the fuck that comes from. You molded that nigga that you laying next to right there. You attracted exactly what the fuck is a reflection of you. And you bitches act like it ain't no good niggas out there. No, nigga, you ain't a good bitch. How about that? And you found the right nigga for you, bitch. That's what happened. That's how I feel about that. Don't come to me about these hoes. And don't come to me about these niggas either. Because, bitch, we could go all day by both of them. Find your balance. So, any fucking way, I'm sick of these bitches. And I'm about to go to work in a little bit. So, let me get up off of here. That's what the fuck I said. I stand on what I said. But there goes some context to what I said. And that's all it is then. The fuck? It's 9 o'clock. Niggas mad because I won't say fuck DDG. No, I'm not going to say that. And I'm not going to say fuck Hallie either. That be the problem. They be wanting you to come out and pick a motherfucking side. No, I'm not finna say fuck that young man. No, I'm not. No, hell no, hell no. No, I don't know shit about nothing relative to him being a bad father. Hell no, I don't want to hear it. Nope. Same way I ain't heard nothing about her being a bad mother. I don't want to hear it. No, I ain't gonna do that. So, whatever. Any fucking way. Are we gonna have a good day today? Or what are we doing? I still didn't even queue up the shit. Too many people are telling me they don't like Wayne's album. Maybe subconsciously that's why I keep forgetting to queue it up. Maybe I really don't want to. Maybe I really don't want to be disappointed. Did you listen to it? I haven't heard nothing. You love it? Somebody said they like 3 songs, but that they really don't like it. Nicki not on that damn album. Bitch, I deleted my post, bitch. I don't know what Vogue Italia I was talking about. She is not on that fucking album. Neither is Aubrey. Oh, okay. It's the girl. It's movie soundtrack music. So it's bigger than the car. This is stadium shit. Is that what you're saying? Child. I don't know. People don't like it. That makes me nervous. Of course, I'm going to listen to it anyway, but... They ducking you? I don't know who produced that shit. I ain't heard none of that shit. But it's Wayne, so I'm going to listen to it. And he's still the greatest rapper alive. I don't give a fuck. And God is still good. So, I'm going to call y'all back. I'm done fussing. When we go outside, I'll probably just let this play. Because I've already given my official statement. I don't understand what we're doing at this point. Because who am I to you? Am I a celebrity to you? I'm trying to understand what's the, like, repost me for it. Like, I'm confused about that. I don't know. But all right, y'all.